The production quality. What's going on around here? Am I sinking into this fucking desk or what? I mean, what's going on here? I'm sinking in. Anyway. Guys, how have we got this many people? This chat is dead. What's going on? I need to see in the chat. Scott is waiting. I need your questions. I need your enthusiasm. We're about to get going. Corey, Wolfman Titan, T-Dog, Garbett, my brother, Kisma, another legend. Joshua, how you doing, mate? Title sequence. AJF, the Northern Nerdcast. Alright guys, I'm going to get Scott in. Please leave your questions and I will get to them as always. Let's do this. Enjoy, everybody. Scott, can you hear me, brother? Hey!
Hello?
You can hear me all good?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. I don't know why.
Oh, you can't hear me.
I know why. Hang on a minute.
I think that's you.
This is me being a Luddite. I'm so sorry. Select speaker. There we go.
I knew
Great
it was,
start.
I knew it was
Great
you,
start.
brother. I knew it was you. No. How are you, mate? Great to have you on.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for asking me. I'm all right. I'm in a wet and windy and dull London at 7 p.m. What time is it with you? Are you in Melbourne, right?
Melbourne, 6 a.m. here. Yeah.
That's dedication.
Dedication, isn't it? Hey, what's that backdrop there? What have we got? Are they DVDs? Do they even make them anymore?
Apparently so. These are actually my flatmate's DVDs.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that I'm that much of I am a movie buff, but he is a classic movie buff. And there's like old films. Like there's a film called The Apartment. I don't know whether you've seen that, but
The Apartment.
He showed it to me. Yeah, Jack Lemmon's in it. It's so good. It's such a good film. You've got to watch it.
It's an older film or newer?
Oh, old. It's in black and white.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. It's
1960, really yeah. Oh, yeah, I've heard about this, yeah.
Mm.
This is in like all those top 100 movie lists, you know? You've got to watch it,
yeah. And I've not watched enough old movies, so he moved in with my girlfriend and I back in September, and he brought all of his films, and I was like, this is good. This is good.
Is he an actor as well, or does he do something?
He's an actor as well. So is my girlfriend. So there's 3 actors in a house. Which is good because we all understand what we do. So there's no coming in when you've had a hard day. If you've not got a job that you really wanted to get, we're all understanding of it. Do you know what I mean? It's nice. It can get too much sometimes, but it's good most of the time.
What if someone lands this big Marvel movie, millions of dollars? Is there going to be jealousy, or are we all right?
No, we're all right. We're all right. There is no amount of jealousy that would creep into my body if one of my friends got a Marvel film. That I would be so happy for them. It would be, the best day.
100%, man. I mean, everyone in here, and just from what I've seen from my videos, absolutely loves this character, man. Did you expect this sort of reception, or... the game sold 12 million copies. I don't know if you saw that. They announced it
I saw that
yesterday.
today.
I mean, that's astronomical numbers for a new IP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't have any clue how big. I knew it was going to be big because of the people attached. So I knew it was going to be a big game, and I knew that it was. It's been anticipated for years. But I mean, last night I went to the pub with a friend, and on the way home, I got on the bus. And the bus that I got on was plastered in an Elden Ring poster. And I had this weird moment sat on the bus going, I'm in this. Like, I'm actually in this game, the first game that I've ever been part of. So yeah, it's I had no idea how big it was going to be, and I think it's testament to the actors involved, to to Miyazaki and to George R. R. Martin and to the whole creative team. They've put their life and soul into this. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm very, very lucky. I feel very, very lucky.
12 million, man. That's how many people have heard your voice. Have you thought about that? Like,
No, it is very strange. Sorry, my dog is next to me and she's making some really strange noises because she does this cough thing. The dogs do like this cough thing where it's like a reverse or kind of a reverse sneeze or something like that. So if you do hear any weird noises, it's my dog. All right,
what's your
don't
dog? What's your dog's name?
Bobby.
Bobby. I love that.
I love that. She's really cute. I'll bring her up towards the end of the interview so you can say hello to her.
What sort of dog?
She's a Cavapoo.
Cavapoo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a mixture of like a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I think I got that right. And a poodle. But also she's got a bit of Jack Russell in her as well. So she's like really energetic.
Bit yappy or? Sometimes.
Excitable. Just yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah. She's the sweetest dog. I'm very lucky. Sorry, what was your question? I've totally gone off track.
No, it's all good. I wanted to know, this is your first video game, like, and you've chosen Elden Ring. I mean, are you going to be able to keep this form up? Is my question.
No, that's it. That's it for me. I might as well quit whilst I'm ahead, I guess. I mean, I didn't choose it. It chose me. I was very lucky when I got the audition through, and I kind of looked at the names involved, and I thought, bloody hell, this is a big game. And I did the audition on Zoom, just like this, and I got sent the artwork before the audition, so that meant that I could look at it and look at what Blaidd looked like, so I could kind of arrive at this audition with some kind of idea of things I wanted to do. But I didn't really have a really solid idea for his voice. But I tried a few things out. So my girlfriend and we kind of sat down and I thought, should I go down the route of making him, really like the name's Blaidd? Do you know what I mean? And I thought, no, and then I did it. And Adam, who was the director that on the English team, kind of told me that Blaidd he's not as old as you think. He's quite a young man. So that kind of then changed my ideas, and we just kept him kind of quite similar to my voice, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Which was refreshing, rather than going down the stereotypical thing of, I'm playing a half man, half wolf, so I have to do this very bizarre, strange voice, and it makes him more human, I guess. Which is
it ended up for the better, I reckon, for the character, and you did have a lot of dialogue in this one too, especially compared to some other characters. Like, it was actually pretty hefty, because these sort of games, they're not known for the characters having a lot of dialogue usually. Yeah. And you were one of the lucky ones, I reckon, out of the cast. You got a bit to work with, which is always nice.
Well, I recorded all of the lines over a period of about 8 to 9 months. I went in and I did probably about 3 to 4 hours work. And sometimes, you've probably been told this by the other members of the cast that have been on your show, but sometimes like 6 lines can take an hour to do sometimes.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Especially when you've got the Japanese team, and then kind of, Miyazaki kind of basically saying what he wants, and then Adam then having to kind of, and then basically Miyazaki's translator then saying to Adam what he wants, and then
it's more about the process, not you doing it. Is that what you mean?
I guess so. But that was the first session took a lot longer, because we were also trying things out and trying to kind of and also changing the script. The script would change as well. Yeah. So they'd be like, no, we got to get rid of that. I mean, I can't say too much because I don't know, like, because I had to sign an NDA, so I don't know whether I can say what the stories were before what they are
Yeah,
in the game.
don't say it just to be safe.
No, of course.
Yeah.
No. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, I'm all right. It's more you. I don't want to get you in trouble. But do you remember, like, if there was a line or if there was something that you were stuck on during that? Do you remember if there was a specific moment?
You know, the hardest things to do were when it were just those small words like, there you are. Because we would do it and they wouldn't really know. Well, we'd have to do kind of about 3 to 4 different versions of it. But then having to do it without reacting to anything was quite strange. Do you know what I mean? They were the hardest lines to do.
Because no one's there. No one's there.
No one's there. You
Yeah.
know, apart from Max, who was the sound engineer. And this was during COVID. COVID's still happening, but this was during the height of it. So you had Adam in the studio.
It's not even they can play an audio cue for you because you're saying this to the player who has no voice as well. Maybe someone could say it. Do they ever do that? Like someone chime in and pretend to be the player? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, I think that sometimes happens, but it didn't happen on this job. No, I was kind of pretty much left to imagining what was kind of happening on the other side, which is great.
It's just interesting hearing your voice, man, because it's the character, and I'm just hearing it in and out, and it's just bizarre because I've played the game for so long, and now I'm talking. It's one of those weird moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, it was a dream of mine since I was a kid to be in a game, but I never thought I could use my own voice in the game. Do you know what I mean? I always thought,
you'd be putting something on,
yeah, American or posh English. So it's really nice to get to use a Welsh accent in my Welsh accent from South Wales in a game, which rarely happens. And also, I think there's about 3 or 4 other Welsh actors in it as well, which is great. So,
there's a few, isn't there? It's good to see. There's a big variety, but they always seem to tend to go for around that area, Europe, UK, that sort of, for these games. They never go American usually, which is interesting. But
I think TV does that as well. TV and film. If you think of Game of Thrones, most of the people in that are British or kind of European.
Yeah, 100%. Is that a dream role for you, Game of Thrones show, or what would be a dream role for you? Do you think, like, if you could just pick one out of a hat?
Ideally, one that's not be made. If you get me.
Yeah.
So to be part of something new, I think would be the best kind of, because if you come into something, the pressure would be. I mean, as I know, it is. I was part of a TV show called Good Omens, which was on Amazon, and they'd been filming it for about 3 months before I came in and did a couple of days on it, and it was so nerve-wracking. But I'd love to kind of be part of that process of being. I mean, a bit like Elden Ring. Do you know what I mean? Being part of something like that from the off, where you get to create your character, you can speak to the producers and the director to kind of give your thoughts on where you think your character should go. I think that would be great fun. I think that would be the best.
So if they made an Elden Ring 2, in the canon, is he dead or what?
Well, if you meet him, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Some people
don't meet him. Yeah. It's possible.
One of my friends bought the game a couple of days ago, and he said to me, "Where's Blaidd? I haven't seen him yet." And I was like, "You've got to find him. You've got to. I think you've got to go to. Is it Mistwood? Something like that? Or
yeah. You're onto it now. You're getting better.
All right. Yeah,
you're getting better. For a guy that hasn't played it, you know your stuff now. That's good. Are you going to play it, do you think? Because you're not much of a gamer, are you?
I'm not.
Are you?
I was.
You were. Okay.
Yeah. I'm really sad that I'm not anymore. And I don't mean that. I'm not trying to be on this show now and kind of pretend that I'm.
No.
And not like I genuinely would. And I don't know when it kind of stopped really, because I got bought a Sega Mega Drive for Christmas when I was 7 years old, and that was. I mean, I feel as if you're kind of close to my age, so you probably did. You have a Sega Mega Drive?
Yeah, I had everything.
Yeah, I bet you did. um, and I just remember playing that for hours and hours. Games like Golden Axe and Sega, Streets of Rage, Shinobi. Did you play Shinobi?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, that was a great
No.
game. And then I evolved onto the PlayStation, and so I've always had a PlayStation. I've never had anything other than a PlayStation.
So
what
did you?
I was going to ask,
Yeah,
what do you play Elden Ring on?
I play it on PS5 and PC.
Okay,
Yeah. You don't have either, do you?
I've got a PS4.
Oh, okay. So you can play. You could play
I
right
can,
now.
I can, I could if they sent me a copy.
Oh, they don't send you one? Are you serious? Come on,
Well,
God.
no, mate. Like the cast is huge. The cast is huge. And I don't think on the forefront of their minds they're going, we need to send the game, because they probably think they're a bunch of actors, they're a bunch of lovies. They're not going to want to play a video game. And I'm sat in my house going, send me a copy so I can delve into the world of Elden Ring. Do you know what I mean?
So
no, it's fine. I'll probably buy it. I'm in the buying it.
Yeah, you have to, man. First video game, it's already sold 12 million. It's crazy.
That's mad, isn't it?
It is crazy. I don't think people understand the magnitude of it, because it's actually, these series of games from Miyazaki are notoriously hard. So for this one to break through like this is pretty crazy. Like, because it's hit mainstream, I would say.
What's the average
Sale
number in terms of sale for a video game?
You'd be good to hit a couple of million. That's a good success.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is this the biggest selling game of all time?
No, not, well, it could be, but it's the biggest selling game of this year. I mean, for the first few weeks of launch, a big success is 3 million plus. 3 to 5 million is usually, wow, that's fantastic. So 12 million is like Call of Duty numbers, the big boys, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a question here from Wolfman. You use your own voice. Did you change it to capture the character at all, or was it just all your own voice? Was there any differences?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely moments where I became a little bit more rugged, where I would, I think
Definitely.
in terms of level, like level 10 would be, the name's Blaidd. But then like the level that I went to was, the name's Blaidd. Do you know what I mean? There's a subtle difference in it. Well, I mean, there's quite a big difference in it from level 10 to, to that. But I wouldn't necessarily go around speaking like that. But so you've got to, it's weird, isn't it? You've got to you have to just, I don't know how you do it really. Some actors are much better at explaining this than I am. But like, you just use that thing in your head, which is your imagination, and you just let it run wild, really.
Do you ever go home and just pick up a wolf mask on the way home and just look in the mirror and do the lines to yourself with the mask on? No, you're not.
Well, I wouldn't have a girlfriend ever again, Dan.
Yeah, that'd be. They both just walk in as you're doing the voice. That'd be a funny little clip. I mean, it would go viral. I'm just giving you a little option here if you want to shoot that.
You know what? This is as far as I'm gonna go. Is sat here talking to you. I think if I put a mask on and started doing the Blaidd voices to myself in the mirror whilst filming it.
Yeah.
Dark days, Dan. Dark days.
Gone too far then. Careers hit a rock bottom. I find it amazing that Miyazaki was there with every actor. So do I, really, because there's a lot of actors, and he was there with you, yeah, when you were,
Yeah.
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 It's just crazy, because a lot of the time, maybe the lead won't be there for some of the smaller characters, but he's there for everyone. I love the consistency. So it's so great. Is it weird? Is it hard with him and a translator? Does that get difficult or
No.
seamless?
It would only get seamless. It would only get difficult if the translator's English wasn't good. But obviously, the translator was amazing. Would just say to Adam, "This is what Miyazaki wants," and then Adam would, just kind of say to me, exactly what Miyazaki has said. And there's a nice balance of trying to find what it is, and then when you're in the flow of it, when you're, once you've got that voice and the character, it's great. It's really, it's just great fun.
Evan, what did you like most about doing the voice from Evan?
I guess that he was Welsh. I guess that I was playing a character that could be Welsh, and also to play a half wolf, half man character is, it's great fun because you kind of, it's difficult if I was to play. I don't know all the characters' names, but I've seen one of the characters, and they look like a pot. They're just a pot, right? So it's, if I was to play a pot, I just wouldn't. There's so many avenues you could go down to to do that voice. Great fun, but I wouldn't have a clue. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure who played the pot, but wow! Like I've seen a couple of clips, and I'm like, it's incredible.
He's done well.
But to play a half man, half wolf is you kind of have the voice in your head somewhere, and then you just get to play around and But the audition was the most fun really, because I came with something and they went, tone it back a little bit, toned it back, and then I'll give us more, and then we'd kind of try different things out. So yeah, it was.
So when you audition, you're auditioning for Blaidd, or is it someone else, or like do they tell you?
Blaidd.
It is
for Blaidd, yeah. And he was called, I think, Wolfman.
Yeah,
to begin with, Wolfman character.
And when you're auditioning, do they give you anything? Do they give you a backstory? Do they give you art? Do they tell you this is from software? Anything, or is it just all secret?
Most of it's secret.
Yeah.
They gave me the artwork, so I got to see what he looked like. And I was like, I can't swear, can I? I was like,
yeah, you can. You can swear, mate.
All right. I was like, fucking hell, he looks cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, there's something about him that's just
majestic
and kind of majestic. Do you know what I mean? Like this bizarre, mysterious kind of wolfman.
Great art design.
Great. Was it? Who was it? Was it Fuji? Is it Fujimaki? Is that his name that did all the art design as well?
Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. You would know, but man, they've done well with this one, and even the art coming out of the community. I don't know if you've seen some of it, but man,
I've seen.
Have you?
I've seen a lot of it. I get sent it. People send it to me via direct messages on Twitter.
Yeah,
because a lot of it, some of it's clean, and then.
Yeah,
a lot of it
I haven't gone that
isn't clean. You know what I mean? So it's I don't mind it. It's it's fun. People.
That's when you know it's big though. When you get the non-clean versions as well. That's when you know it's hit another stratosphere. Take it as a compliment. I have seen a little bit. It is a little bit confronting, especially if it's your first video game, because that doesn't usually happen. It happens more these days. But yeah,
Is it because he's I don't know how to describe it. I don't know whether I'm using this word correctly, but a furry character.
Maybe, yeah.
They're known as that, because it's
It usually actually happens for Japanese games most of the time, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So for an American game like Call of Duty, you won't get that stuff as much. It's just how it is. You still get it, but it's not as prominent. But it's funny that they've DM'd you that stuff. I mean, what was your reaction when you first see something like that? Are you like, what have I gotten myself into?
What the fuck is this about? Each to their own. If that's what turns you on, that's what turns you on. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna judge. You're allowed to do anything. But First of all, it was a couple of my friends. They were like, "Oh my god, have you seen the artwork?" And I was like, "Wow!" And I was looking at it, and it was a clean. And then
Yeah.
yeah, and then a couple
As
of
you
people,
go on, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it's not the artist that sent it to me. It's usually just kind of people that are like,
Yeah.
I love Blaidd. I love his voice. Have you seen this artwork? And I'm like, oh, whoa, look at that! Showing my girlfriend, going, look at that.
That's so funny. No, a lot of the clean stuff's really, really impressive, I've got to say. Bob here says, Dan, could you ask Scott if he found it difficult playing a sheep chasing character or if he found it came natural to him? Do you know what he means by that?
Yes. It's a Welsh joke.
Yeah. What do you say to that?
What's his name again?
Bob Duckington.
Oh, he sounds English, though, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he?
Robert Duckington. That can't be his real name as well. Do you know what I mean?
It's an alias.
Yeah. Well, I get it all the time being Welsh. So, I think we should move on from that one. I want to swear more because there's a football chant that
Mate, you can say whatever you want. I've had people drop 10 C-bombs in a row. It's fine.
So there's a football chant for the Welsh football clubs and the Welsh national team. So when people say sheep shaggers to us, we say, yeah, we shag them, you eat them. So there we are, Bob.
Oh, man. I didn't think we'd get into this topic at 6 a.m., but here we are. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh, shit. Great question, Bob. He also says, does FromSoft pay you so... Oh, okay. We can't say that, Bob. Come on. Rein it in, mate. It's Rogue. What was your reaction to first seeing the character? I think we touched on that before. What was the first time when you saw in-game, I guess, is a different way of putting it. Do you remember that? Would have been recently, probably, or not?
Yeah, it was in the trailer. It was in one of the trailers. I think going back, I can't remember when, but there was that moment where Blaidd, it looks as if he's howling. And it came on, where did I see it? I might have been on TV or it might have been
somewhere. Was it at one of the Game Award things or not?
No,
you wouldn't have been watching that.
I like games, but I don't like them that much.
Let's be honest, yeah. Hey, it's a good show. It's not a bad show, the Game Awards.
Oh, listen,
the Oscars could take something from them. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean the Oscars they've gone really boring now, haven't they? They're like they used to be a lot of fun. I remember going to lots of Oscar parties, and there was something really glitzy and exciting about it. And
it's lost a bit.
I don't know what's going on. It's lost a bit. Yeah.
What did you like most about doing the character? We've already answered that. Did Miyazaki ever ask Scott to pronounce things incorrectly to fit the Japanese English pronunciation? It's a problem English speakers actors often run into while doing these Japanese games. I don't know about that. I don't think you would have that problem at all. Because you've got an English voice director as well.
Yeah.
So there would never be that issue.
Yeah. No. But I obviously, I don't speak Welsh. I speak a little bit of Welsh, but obviously with Blaidd, they asked me what the pronunciation was, so I kind of helped them with that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. The how was amazing, says Jenny. That's it. The how was amazing.
Wait, can you tell me, because we did a good half an hour session of howls, of me howling.
Yeah.
Is there any moment in it where you hear like what is a mixture of a human and a wolf howl, or?
I think I know what you mean. I believe so. Yeah. Why do you ask?
Is
that the one?
I lost my voice doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost my voice doing it because it was right at the end of the session. We just kind of, they were like, okay, let's do a couple of howls and try to get, something
That's
of a mixture of a human and a wolf howl.
that's got to be a bit confronting, a little bit. Like we're going to need you to howl for half an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it would have been the
Yeah.
end of the session, which would have helped.
Oh yeah. It was right at the end. And they were great. They were just like, if ever you're uncomfortable, just let us know, and you can take a break. And so we kind of I did a howl, and then we'd wait 30 seconds. I do another one, and then also you do all of the battle noises, so the that, do you know what I mean, kind of stuff. And I was doing it and going, oh my god, this, if you would have told me as a kid that I'd be making all of these noises, getting stabbed and punched, and but I don't think they used them in the game. I don't think anyone made noises, or I don't know whether from the gameplay that I've seen of Blaidd, he doesn't make any.
No, he does when you fight him.
He does.
Yeah. When you fight him, you hear those. Yeah. I would know. I've kicked your ass a few times now.
Thanks, mate.
Well, the problem is we need the armor that you have. It's so cool. That's the problem people are having. They don't want to kill you, but they love the armor, so they're willing to do it.
Oh, so when I die, you get the armor.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, though, right?
It is cool. I wonder if you're ever going to do a cosplay with that armor. No. Oh no!
Oh god, we're here already, Dan.
Oh,
we're
sorry.
here already.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Will we be seeing you in any upcoming video game projects?
I don't know.
Oh, it's not a no.
Well, it's not a no because, well, it is a no. I mean, I haven't done anything since Elden Ring, but it would be great. It would be great to be part of something else. And whether they have room for a Welsh voice or whether they want me to do something different, I did actually voice another character in this. I can't remember what it was. I think it was
You did too. Oh,
yeah, it was a very, very small. It was a very, very small part. It was of a.
What was it?
Like a monk thing or something like that.
Merchant.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
Merchant 4. It's very specific, isn't it?
Damn it! Who was Merchant 1?
Hey, I know this merchant. He's cool. Yeah, I killed him too.
I'm like Sean Bean.
Yeah, you're Sean Bean in games. For games, yeah.
Yeah,
although actually Sean Bean was in a few games and he's died in every one as well. Poor bastard.
No.
Yeah. They literally put him in a game called Hitman, and the job was to kill him. That was the mission. It was hilarious. Imagine breaking through that much. Did they give you the context to the voice lines, or did they just tell you to record them in a certain way from a cheese wheel?
That's all I can imagine is a cheese wheel asking me that question.
It's a great name. It's a great name.
Yeah. We got the context. So they gave us the context of who Blaidd was and who Rani was and that whole story. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you have to. Otherwise, how can you get into character, really?
Just pretend, isn't it?
Any lines you liked doing the most?
Yes. I can't remember it exactly.
Yeah.
But in it is something like sword and fang or something like that.
Sword and fang?
Sword and fang or something like that. We're going to, I think it's because they're off to the Festival of Radan or something like that. Did I get that right?
Oh, yeah. You're coming too, right? To Radan's festivities. I'll meet you at Redmane Castle. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight sword and fang.
That's it. That's a great line.
Yeah, that is a good one. It's funny you may remember that one.
Yeah, I just like because I remember as well Adam saying to us, "Oh yeah, that line is great." I enjoyed saying it.
That's
Mainly because they're one-syllable words, rather than because some of the words they were getting me to say as well, which some have been cut, was mad. Was mad.
That's actually a really good mission because you get to get all all your NPCs in and all the different characters help you fight Radahn. So that's another place you would hear those efforts that you did. If you listen closely, you would hear them because you're helping the player, fight
Yeah.
Radahn. Yeah, there's a few moments like that. So you would do more video games? You're open to it? Like, is this something you want to do
Yeah.
more of? You reckon?
Yeah. I've used my voice for stuff in the past as well, so it's something I'm used to. Yeah, it's the most fun because you get given your artwork. I mean, usually you get given your artwork before, so you get to look at that and study it and think, okay, what can I do with this? And then you can wear whatever you like to the studio. There's no makeup. There's no getting your hair sorted or costume. You just roll in. You could have got in at 7:00 in the morning the night before, on the morning of, and you can still, it's one of those. It's such fun. It's such fun. Nothing beats it. In terms of, because I like to think of myself as a character actor in the sense that I enjoy doing accents and I enjoy playing things that are quite far removed from who I am. Even though Blaidd is quite close to me in terms of voice, he's still a half man. Like when do you get to play that?
That's so cool. It's so cool. Did you meet any of the cast members at all? Did you go to the rap party or do anything like that? Did you?
You know what? I wasn't invited to the launch party.
Well, at least you're honest. You must have pissed someone off, eh?
I don't know. I must have pissed someone off. No, I
got lost in the
I'm
mail.
Friends.
Got lost in the mail. The invite.
No, you know what? I'm friends with Anthony and Anthony Howell.
Oh, nice.
And
great guy.
I messaged him. Oh, he's great, and what a great actor, and like just a genuine, lovely man, and so talented. He's got I think he's got like a degree in architecture or something like that, or yeah, so talented.
It actually pisses me off. He's that talented.
I know. He's a little bit like, is it Jamie Foxx, like the actor? Because like Jamie Foxx can do everything.
Do everything, like, sing, dance,
yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, but no, I know about 3 or 4 of the cast, mainly the Welsh ones, and I was looking at the cast list when it came out, and I was like, oh my god, all these amazing actors are in this game.
So do you go around telling friends and family, oh yeah, I've been working with George R. R. Martin, we're best buddies?
No,
but you will now.
No, I don't. I might do. I might put it just stick it on the top of my CV. I've just worked with George R. R. Martin. I'm not lying, then it's a bit like. But the thing is, it's a little bit like saying that it's a bit like saying, I guess, that if you worked in the White House, that
the president, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd feel a little bit guilty saying it.
Well, I presume that George came up with this character. I presume that he did.
Yeah, I mean, they both created the world, didn't they? Or was it mainly George that created the world? Do you
know? There's conflicting reports. I've heard that George created the lore and the characters, and then from there they took it and ran with it, and maybe changed things and did this and that and made it work. Yeah. That's what I heard, but who knows? Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Please send them through. Scott's happy to answer them. Did you know the character was based on a manga called Beserk?
No.
Don't know that? Yeah, look it up, Beserk. I think it's a big nod, and I think George must have loved Beserk. It's a manga, if you know what that is.
What's a manga?
It's like an anime sort of comic thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, I didn't know it either because I'm not a manga fan, but Dan has probably killed every NPC in the game. Yeah, I have. That'd be right. Yeah. Do you think if Blaidd heard Rani's final message for him and Iggy, he wouldn't have gone mad?
Maybe. Maybe. Can you remind me what her last lines were?
Yeah, I don't
Ugh.
remember either. Can you remind us, Jordan, in the chat? I've played this game for literally 200 hours. There's so many characters that it's actually tough to remember everything. What is the worst, most embarrassing line you've ever recorded in your career or Elden Ring? God,
No, all the lines are brilliant in Elden Ring.
way to keep it positive.
Yeah. What is the word? I love it. People go to this, didn't they? They go, who's the worst person you've ever met?
Yeah.
Or like, what's the worst day you've ever had in your life? God, I can't remember. I guess um I used to be on a really famous British soap on the radio called The Archers, which is like, I think it's like 80 years old now, kind of 70 years old. And I used to get so nervous recording that because I knew that millions of people listened to it every day. And there was a couple of lines in it because obviously you can't, because it was so quintessentially British and it's on at like 6 p.m. You can't, you like your character can't swear and everything. And there'd be moments in the script where I go, oh, he definitely swear then in my head. And then I'd have to say something, very clean, like blinking. Oh, blinking L, it's just,
Yeah.
I find that the hardest is
Awkward.
is when, you really want to swear as that character, but you can't,
Jordan's come back. Her last line was "I love you." She wanted to tell Blaidd and Iggy before she left for her journey. So she never got to say that.
Okay, that makes sense because because we spoke about Blaidd being in love with Rani. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little romance there, hey? Well,
some more artwork out of that.
Oh no, I haven't seen that artwork.
I mean, I haven't either. I just kind of put it out there. Really,
you put it out there, so now you're encouraging it. Oh, Scott, no. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's out there anyway.
I'm sure it's out there already, isn't it?
It was already out there. What's something you and him would have in common, if anything? Interesting question, but is there anything you two, besides that you're Welsh?
Well, I'd love to say size. I mean, I'm 6'1", but he's about 8 foot, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty tall, isn't he?
Anything personality-wise?
Yeah, I'd say he's a very warm character, and I'd like to think that I'm quite a warm person in the sense that if we went for a drink, that you'd feel the warmth.
Yeah.
You'd feel my warmth. Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean? Like,
you sound like an actor now. After that one, you were going well until that one.
I don't want to sound like an actor.
No. Yeah, no. I understand what you mean. Yeah. Approachable, or
approachable, and and someone
loving,
that you want to get pissed with. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to get pissed. Borg versus McEnroe, mate. Can you talk to us about this one? Bit of a left turn. But you were part of that project. What was that like?
The best project in terms of film that I've ever been part of. I was, I just remember auditioning for it and my agent saying to me, Shia LeBeouf is attached to it and Stellan Skarsgård. I was like, all right, okay, fine. And I did this tape playing this American tennis player called Peter Fleming. Did the tape, So the tape is like, you do a self-tape audition,
Yeah.
a bit like, with a backdrop like yourself, and then you send it off, and then
Backdrop like myself.
you,
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
well, that gorgeous backdrop
I don't
that
know
you've
what you're
got
talking
of
about.
the
No
city,
one can see that but you. Anyway, continue.
yeah. Um, and yeah, and you send it off, and you don't hear anything for weeks, and then I got a call saying you got the job. You're off to Prague for a couple of months. You're going to train as a tennis player with these tennis players for like a couple of weeks.
Oh, so you trained and they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we had body doubles as well, so I was like, why are we training for when you're just going to use the body doubles? But it was all about, because I don't know whether you know much about tennis, but it's almost like a dance in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So they are, when you watch it, it almost looks choreographed, and it's, and you've got to make sure your feet are in the right places and everything. And anyway, I learned a great deal. I learned a huge amount doing it. But yeah, it was mad. It was crazy. It was amazing. And Shia is an amazing actor. And,
So you met him and Stellan Skarsgård?
Yeah, all my scenes.
Because I haven't seen the film yet.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't expect you to see everything that all your.
I do want to see it. It's on the list for sure. Because I just watched King Richard, which was another good tennis film. I don't know if you've seen
Will Smith,
it. Will Smith, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, did you got to meet them? Obviously.
Yeah, all my scenes are with Shia.
Really? Wow, man.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
I play his best friend in the film. So I don't know whether you know much about how Shia operates when he's working, but he's quite a method actor. So like he doesn't go down the route of complete method where he calls people by their character names, or wants you to call him by. But he just kind of puts on the hat of, this is my character, and he just has that aura about him. And basically, he played a character who was John McEnroe, who's a little bit of a recluse and didn't have.
I know. Yeah.
Many. He had friends, but he wasn't loved.
He was notorious for cracking it on the court. Yeah.
I mean, it was only kind of myself really that Shia really hung out with out of filming, because we wanted to get that bond right as well.
Wow.
It's
crazy.
But it was mad. But we'd still go for food with the cast, and we'd still. But Sverige, who played Borg, Shia and him kind of kept their distance from each other, because they wanted to. Sverige and Shia wanted to keep. To kind of get that tension.
Wow.
Always in scenes. It's amazing. I don't do that. I just turn up and enjoy it, and try to make everyone feel as if they can approach me. But I guess when you become that famous and that big a star, you can flex your muscles in any way that you like, I guess.
What's he like off the screen? And because I get he's a bit of a weird unit, but he's also fascinating.
No, he's lovely.
Yeah.
He's lovely. He's a very sensitive, vulnerable man, and I think that he's got a lot of love to give. And I can't speak too much. I was with him for a couple of months, and I saw him then at the premiere in Toronto. And
when was this? A few years ago now. Yeah,
this is like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. 5 years ago, I think it was. Yeah.
He's done some pretty good work since then as well. Actually, couple of decent performances.
Yeah. He's a very, very talented actor. Very talented. Kind of. He really lets rip, and he puts his heart and soul into it. And
now I'm gonna have to watch it this weekend. Now I'm intrigued.
It's a really it is a really well made film as well. It's not. It is about both Borg and McEnroe. So kind of. And in a way, they actually kind of focus more on Borg, because the film is made by a Scandinavian team. So,
yeah,
I thought there should have been a bit more McEnroe in it, but I'm biased because there would have been more scenes for me.
That's great. That's such a good experience for you to have. Like that's once in a lifetime, isn't it? That's a big movie, isn't it? That's great. Who do you look up to in the industry? Is there anyone particular that you see that you think, wow, they're doing really amazing work? Or
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad just naming a few, but
yeah,
like anyone who has been in this industry and has stuck at it, and and has been lucky enough to work, just getting one job, as an actor is huge. And as actors, we're always looking to the next thing. We're always like, what's next? But yeah, a lot of Welsh actors that I really admire. There's an actor called Mark Lewis Jones. I think he's a really brilliant actor. And another actor called Stefan Rodri, and they're kind of male actors in their 50s, I want to say. They'll probably tell me off if I got their age wrong.
we'll say 40s just to be safe, eh?
Yeah, late 40s. But there too, and also people like Anthony Hopkins. I think
what a legend!
I think he's. Yeah.
God, that guy's he's. Have you seen his latest film that he won all those awards for? What was it called? I think it was
The Father.
The Father. Man,
no, I've not seen it
that's
yet.
a tough one, but he's a phenomenal actor, isn't he? Wow.
Yeah, I think what it is he has this thing that you can't teach. You either have it or you don't as an actor. And it's this darkness which just exists on his forehead, and you can see it. And you can see it with some people. It's this, I mean, the man battled alcoholism for years, for decades, and that's only going to, kind of build you as a kind of a stronger person, I guess, in a way, because you're fighting that demon day in, day out, stay away from the booze, and it's only, yeah. But I'm not saying you've got to go through something like that to have that, but
but it only helps. Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Probably the same with Shia LeBeouf in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the problems he's had.
Yeah.
100%, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Mate, it's been great. Thanks for having me.
I want to ask you: is there anything you want to say to the fans first that have watched or watching in months from now? Is there anything you want to say to them?
Thank you for making me feel very loved in the world. I get people messaging me, and it's mainly kind of direct messages, and I want to reply to them all, but I kind of I'll probably do it one day. I'm just going to kind of sit through them and kind of message everyone back and say thanks. But I do read them, and as an actor, I guess being told that the work that you've done is good and that it has an effect in some weird way on people is really rewarding. And yeah, thanks. I just feel very, very lucky and privileged to be part of it, and thank you for getting me on the show and having a chat. It's been great.
Honestly, it's not good. It was great. This character is most people's favorite or in top 5. Lots of people. Like I asked, who's your favorite character? And he was probably one of the top. And there's a lot of people in this, as you know. And it's not like you see him straight away either. Like you've got to sort of follow that quest. It's not like it's in your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just another testament to you, mate. I give congratulations from me to you, mate. It's phenomenal work. Hopefully we see you in more games, because that
Fingers
voice,
crossed.
man, your voice is just
It sends you to sleep.
No.
No, I know. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind. Very kind.
It's got this, I don't know, raspiness. I sound weird saying this because it's similar to your own voice, but yeah. No, great job, mate. Follow you on Twitter, and do you have an Instagram?
I've got rid of it. I have Twitter. I like Twitter. Yeah.
So Twitter, I think I've got it in the description somewhere. It's just Scott _Arthur. Yeah. So follow him over there, guys. If you've got any art, clean or otherwise, send it to him there. And before we go, mate, do you have anything else you want to plug in terms of upcoming projects or anything like that?
Not at the moment.
Not
no.
at the moment. All right. Keep an eye out.
Even if I did, I'd be too shy to say. I'm kind of like, no, kind of just let the work do the talking, I guess. And once you part of something like Elden Ring, it does all the talk for you. You know what I mean? You don't need to be,
100%, man. 100%. I love it. Can we hear the man himself? Can he say anything to Dan before we round this one off? Is that possible?
Can you say anything to Dan? Yeah. Why don't you give me something to say and I'll say it for you in Blaidd?
Oh God! Now you've put me on the spot. What should I?
Because if you ask an actor to create a line for you, their mind goes blank. But if you give me a script, I could say it for you.
Okay. Let me get one of your lines up. And I'll send it to you over Zoom. How does that sound?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
I've got to pick something here quickly. Dead air's never good air, guys. Good. I was waiting for you. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Let's do this. I'll send this to you now. All right.
You sending it on the chat?
In the chat, yeah. Did you get that? That's the best I can find. Quickly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right.
Gotta get into it.
Quiet on the set, everybody.
Good. I was waiting for you, Dan. What a sick way to fight, eh? The glory of the clash is shared by Radahn and you. Was that all right?
That was perfect. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. And again, I really appreciate you coming on, man. I know you don't do many of these, so I do really appreciate it. I've had a ball. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
It's been great, mate. It's been great. Thanks for having me.
And if you're ever in Australia, we'll have to have a beer or something like that. If you ever
I've got family in Melbourne, so I'll be visiting soon.
Awesome. Love it. Have you been here before?
No, never. Never.
You'll love it. All right, mate. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. Guys, again, follow this man. Watch all his movies. Watch all his shows. Play all his games. And support this lovely fellow. And hopefully
as we say in Wales.
And hopefully we see you in Elden Ring 2 when they inevitably make that game.
Fingers crossed, eh?
All right, mate. Take care. Appreciate it.
All right. All the best.
All the best.
The greatest interviewer of all time. Dan Allen Gaming. If there's one podcast you want to hear this year, it's Dan Allen Gaming.
Dan, we've got a job to do.
Mr. Allen, I've been waiting for you, Mr. Dan Allen. Anyone has heard of the likes of you, especially your YouTube channel. It's amazingly entertaining. Good job.
This is Geralt of Rivia, and you're watching Dan Allen Gaming. Yeah.
This is Agent 47. Subscribe to Dan Allen Gaming. He's a great guy.
I always knew we were destined for something great to happen. A lot of people want to change their cards, not me. I like the hand we've been dealt.
I'm gonna come find you, little man thing. Dan, I knew you'd love me. Come on now, just a little taste.
Dan Allen Gaming. He's a lovely boy.
Super Dan, you number one. Woohoo!
This is Colt calling out to Dan the Animal Allen. I'm gonna break this fucking loop, or I'm gonna break your neck.
You're watching Dan Allen Gaming, and you're going to regret it.
Dan, you and I are gonna take back the universe. for humanity.
We're having a problem with Metal Gear, and I need your help. So contact me by codec, damn it!
Dan Allen! You and I, going dark, now!
Are you being cheeky, Dan?
I'd like to keep this for close encounters.
Tune into Dan Allen Gaming, or else I'm coming after you. You're fucking down.
I've been interviewed by Dan Allen of Dan Allen Gaming. Not to be mistaken for Van Allen. You know the belts? No, not the same guy. Not even related. Okay, Jackie out.
All the best to you. Just don't cross me.
Dan Allen Gaming, you have got to be one of the best things to come out of Australia. Did you know that? You and me, we would have been unstoppable. Anyways, Outlaws for life, partner.
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
It's okay, Dan. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. But you shouldn't have done that. It fucking hurts!
Let's find out if Dan Allen Gaming really is the best fucking show in town.
Dan! You eat babies! Everybody knows that!